Oh, that's good. Oh, mercy. Oh, holy Hannah. So, she is an F-350 Custom. And this is a gross vehicle weight rating of 10,000 pounds. So this is a 1-ton model. A lot of truck. I thought it would be a lot of a truck, but honestly, it is. However, it's going to help me carry a lot of my tools. And of course my rose bush is in the way, so that's nice. It's really going to get you guys in here. It's really going to be nice. She goes pretty deep. She's just a dually. It's got a lot of cargo space. I mean, a lot of cargo space. Wait for the camera to catch up. That one's busted off there. That's fine. You can get these new ones. There's plenty of online shops where to go. But yeah, it'll be great. There's that dually. It's got the Dana 70. They should have the Dana 70 super ooper duper rear end, which means it's got the bigger 4-inch housing on it. But she's gonna do pretty good. The dualies are in the back. I don't know why they're in the back. He was not running the in-frame tank. So the gas, he was running that big 50-gallon monstrosity as a fuel tank, which is just fine. That means you can go about 50 miles before you got to refuel up on this thing. There's the other side. I can't get you in there too well. She's been loved on a little bit, but overall, you know, it's solid. It's there. Be good, great practice for me to do body work on it. You know, she's got some few scrapes and dings on her. Some of the handles are missing, but you know, for scrap metal prices, for scrap metal value, you know, I consider it a fairly good bargain as a gearhead. Let's pop inside the cab and take a look. I mean, for 1980, she's actually not that bad. The seat has been reupholstered once by the previous owner, who I think is probably the second owner of this vehicle. Sits a little bit higher since it doesn't have a tilt wheel. It kind of rubs on my legs, but we always get a tilt column in here, or we can lower the seat by getting a little bit less cushion in there. The guy's a little bit shorter, so I think he just stacked the cushions up a little bit. 97,000 miles on it, which of course with these trucks, it's only got 10,000. It's only a 5 digits, so who knows how many times it rolled over. But honestly, it's not bad. I really hate this orange. I'd like to recolor this whole thing as well, but it's pretty good. She's solid. She got the C6 automatic transmission in it. You know, the spring's broken on that, so that's lovely. We'll have to repair on that. We do get a brake controller. Who knows how ancient or if that even still works. I highly doubt it. I would get another cassette deck with this thing. Yeah. No air conditioning. We're gonna have to fix that one of these days. But overall, I mean, it's clean. It's clean. What I really like about this pickup is it's got a huge, big steel brace that he had tow hooks onto here. So he had actual tow bar that came out. That's how he towed it here. I really like it because it's big and huge. I'm thinking what we're going to put on there is a winch. Be a really good mounting platform for that. So that'll be good. So let's pop the noisemaker hood up. Let's see what we got. Oh, one other thing I forgot to say. What I really like about this is a stall body. What I really like about this body style is you got an upper compartment here. So on top of everything else, you can hold all your little trinkets. A lot more junk you can hold up to weigh your truck down. So that's a nice feature to have. I really love these 1980s straight up bug guards. I might even keep that or put a red one on there. I just love that. I don't know why. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, the previous owner was showing me around it, so I have took a sneak peek and figured it out that it's the 400 cubic inch smog motor that usually everyone will detest on. At the water situation, nothing in there. The camera's probably not going to pick it up. I see maybe 2 inches down at the bottom. So the water definitely went somewhere, so let's check the crankcase. Oh yeah. See how high that is on the dipstick? That's not good. See how it's gray at the bottom? Not black or clear? Yeah, that means we got water in the crankcase. It's nice and milky. So that's good. So that does tell us, indeedy, we've got water in the crankcase. These motors have been known to crack, but that was, I think, early to mid 70s. They would crack along the valve body, or the valley where the lifters are. But what I'm hoping is it's only a couple blown head gaskets, which a little switching back and forth. $100 gasket kit from my local parts store, Napa. It should be going again, in theory. And unlike the other car, the carburetor here isn't frozen. Check that out, right? I know, it's gonna be awesome, right? I wanna show you guys when you're pulling out old iron from the forest or the fields, I wanna show you something. This is the one thing you really should kind of pay attention to. Before you start these motors up, you want to look and see if there's any stuff that's gonna catch on fire. See all this dry stuff? You're sitting right next to a hot manifold when you get it running. So be forewarned that you really do want to check things over to make sure you're not going to set anything on fire. I know my insurance is not going to be able to pay for it, nor would they. I'm looking at you. You know who I am. Right. So our first order of operation, I think, is what we're going to do is we're going to pull the plugs and see if we can see any signs that it's a blown head gasket. What we're looking for? Well, we're looking for plugs that are not uniform. One that's either been steam cleaned or rusted, something to that effect. If they all look the same, like brown, black carbon, then we know it might be a cracked block. But if we find a few of them that have signs of water being splashed on them, that's a good sign that it's just a head gasket. But with my luck, who knows? So let me pull the plugs and see what we got. All these ones are fairly dark, except for that bugger. That rear cylinder, let me try to attempt to zoom in here, is not like the others. See the difference? They're all fairly uniform, except for this one. You got rust on here, you got some more of the green stuff. So this looks like cylinders 1 and 8 potentially have blown head gasket. So that's a good sign for somebody who bought a pile of scrap metal to get it going again. It's a good sign. Well, you know, just come on. You see what I have to work with? Just alright, let's get all that spiral nastiness out of there. Well, look at that. I've got room to work. PVC hose. Off. I said off. Oh, she's a little taut. Come on. Oh, mercy. Well, what in holy Hannah? It's just a stupid hose. Off, I say. You know, hold it. That's right. Christopher has some sharp objects now. My mother cringes right now. Hi, Mom. Oh, look. Hose came off. I don't think I'm going to rebuild this carburetor. I think we're going to chance it and see if we'll fire up on our own. Cutting off. The doctor is operating. No, it's supposed to be the Swedish channel. The doctor is operating now, yeah. Oh, here we go. Look, shiny. A lot shinier than 74. Got parked out back right now. Gasket, don't need that. Ooh, this thing can be a dual plane, I believe. 4 of them go to 4-cylinder, and the other hole goes to the other 4. Give me some of that vroom vroom, come on.
Well, yeah. Stay over there.
I'm sorry, guys, I have failed you. I forgot to do a spin test. With no compression, it spins. So it's not locked up. So worst case scenario, we'll shove enough compression to at least get the engine started and put it into the shop in case the motor is blown. One distributor coming off. Yeah, it's a distributor. That's nice. Shall I have a removal of the air intake? Let's do that. 916, if you please, Doctor. Assistant. Yes, I know what you're screaming. Ford stands for found road on dead. Found dead on road. Found on road dead. Yeah. Joke's on you. It wasn't dead on the road. It was in a field. My channel, I'm going with that. I love aluminum intakes. I'm not looking forward to taking those 70-pound cast iron heads off, though. But at least the intake is aluminum. Yeah, I think we got a water issue. She's pretty rusty right in there. I'll show you guys after I take the other cover off. Passenger cover will be coming off. Oh, woo, she's just as rusty. That's perfect. Ah, promising. Yet the block, it's pretty oily still. Now, originally, from what I've been told, the early castings, right here and right here, they would break, or the block would be cracked, and that's where the water would be. All right, so here we go. So this is so we got some rustage there. Got some rustage right there. The valve body, or excuse me, the valley itself is actually pretty darn clean. I mean, yeah, we got some nice fungus going in here, which I don't understand how fungus can grow inside an engine, but apparently this thing can do that. You should have all threads, or mostly the threads on PB Blaster now. If it snaps, it snaps. Not the end of the world. Make it go fast. Just simply go faster. It is lubricated. Now, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay. Okay. Now, which I want to do the inside one first because that looks like the most pain to get to. Extension. Squeaky, squeaky. Oh. No. One thing's for sure, there's no rust under here. She's all greasy. One of two. Out. Set right there on the tie rod or I'm going to forget it. I'm wearing my nice shirt too. Wife is going to kill me. She about killed me when she found out I'm buying this thing. I had to smooth things over a little bit. We'll talk about it later, but my broseph over at Trans Am Hologram, in order to get his project car, yeah, he had to smooth things over with his missus too. Exhaust pipe assembly loose enough. We should be able to pull it from up top without major difficulty. Now I need to get out of here. Oh! Doink. Never needed the cheater bar. That's a good sign. Breaker bar. Oh, hush. More nice crusty corrosion on the old push rod. That stupid thing's gonna focus. There we go. Oh, crud. This came out all in one. Oh, yeah. I like that, guys. That's what rust will do. Oh yeah, very nice. One of the good things about these old school, well, this is still fairly old school enough. Pickups, American, is that you can put your whole body in here. Lovely feature. So, you know, let's camp out here, bring a lunch, whatever. Right. Shall we take some cylinder heads off? Let's take some cylinder heads off. Oh, still got some water left in it. Let's pop the other one off real quick. See who's behind door number 1. Oh, this is where the 700-pound lifting comes into play. Okay. We stay there. And then, gosh, it's gonna hurt my back. Let's clear some tool edge out of the way. Alright. Forgot a bolt. It's the oil dipstick. You dipstick. Oh, it moved. Oh, be darn gone. Look at that. It actually broke loose. This thing held up to a 4-foot cheater bar, the ratchet did. It's a Husky, so it's your Home Depot flavor. Not bad. Excellent. Oh. I hate cast iron. Oh. 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 Oh, that's heavy. See that? Head gasket failure right there. Alright, so here's driver's side. That is a massive buildup of carbon ash, which tells me this thing's probably burning oil. On the cylinder heads, I'll probably do the valve stem seal since it's out. There's a fair amount of ash buildup on there. Again, she's an old girl. Those are original pistons. Then, you know, that's close to 40 years of wear on that, so this would be expected. But if we go over here, there's your see the rear cylinder on the passenger side. That's nice and clean. That's where we have a head gasket failure. No, okay, there's your valve stem seal popped off right there. Ooh, she's dry. That's downright nasty. There's absolutely there's not much for pliability here. Let's see if we can break one. Cause you like being destructive! That's what a no good valve stem seal is. So a lot of the ash you guys saw on those pistons, this is at least part of the culprit. Let's do that again. This one's on the other side of the valve. Yeah. Yeah, valve stem seals are not supposed to do that. Let me show you a good one. You know what? I don't need that. Go there. One more, please. Thank you. Alright. Right. New ones. These are premium valve stem seals, not confused with regular. I don't know. They say premium. It'll work. These are new ones. Notice how pliable they are. Much better. This is the intake, so that's going to be the big valve. And exhaust. Exhaust. No! So we're compressing the springs now, yeah. Ha! Such a genius. Just make sure that those keepers have indeed seated. good. So, I'm going to reassemble all this. I'm going to refurbish that. And then put our exhaust manifolds back on. And we'll go bolt this back up. Oh, knock it off, you stupid crows. This thing's gonna be louder than you when it's done. Oh, now you're sassing me? Oh, get off of there. Oh. Stage 2 complete. Passenger side. Stage 2 now for driver side, which would be your left-hand side. Why is that? Left-right orientation for vehicles is always when you are sitting in the seat, operator's seat, facing forward. Torquing complete. Ooh, and the wind's picking up. I opted for new push rods. As the other ones, there was no guarantee me being able to clean the oil patches holes because there was just so much rust. So I was like, wow, push rods are cheap. I guess we'll go into town and buy brand new push rods, I guess. Torque specs is 17 to 23 foot-pounds on the rocker arm studs. These are the used ones. I simply took a wire wheel to them. Cleaned up pretty good, actually. That's all smooshed in there good enough.
I'm scared to look at what's in there.
Looking where? I haven't yet.
Ooh.
Oh, she's. Hang on a second.
Might need a screwdriver.
Yeah, that's how they usually.
Thing's real tight.
It's only been sealed for about 20 years.
And oh!
What?
Well, she's dark, but she exists.
Dang!
I'd rather have existing than not at all.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about bleeding it. Trans Am hologram here approves, people.
That's more than mine had in it. Front didn't have nothing.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about bleeding brakes. At least it's all there still. So that means my wheel cylinders are tight, actually. That's just not right. We gotta cut some lines somewhere sometime.
I'll get on it tonight.
You're right. Put her up on blocks. All right, she's tight. Tight. All right, there you go. Now it's everybody's time's favorite part, dropping of the Earl. Or the water. I'm not sure which one. Let's find out. All right, here we go. Whoa, that's not good. Oh, that's good. Oh, mercy. Oh, holy Hannah. I might let this drain for about 6 hours overnight. Oh, my. I do declare, we have got a situation. I don't know if I'm going to put this in the waste oil bin or the antifreeze bin. So, I can't get that filter off by hand. Ford, of course, put one of their cross members right here and right here and right here. Just, yeah. So, hammer and chisel method. There we go. This might take a couple of tries. Now we might have enough leverage to start taking this thing off. There we go. Look at that. There you go. See that? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for right there. So you just basically stab with a hard one. So you stab it with something sharp. Then you put it in here and you go psh with the big one. And she'll rotate. So this is what came out of it just now. This pan, I swear, was empty. Look at that. Water, for the most part, water. Now some sludge is starting to come out. But she is a genuine moto craft. Check that out. I don't know how old this thing is. We got a little bit of a situation here with our go-go juice. This comes from, let's see here. So fuel pump output comes in through here. So there's your glass bowl strainer. You know, that's your old school glass. Those are kind of cool. They're vintage. They're pretty cool. Then it goes through filter 1, filter 2. And then it goes over to the carburetor. Well, this is nice and all, but we got a much better way of cleaning all of this shenanigans up. Stand by. Here's the solution. It is a marine boat application fuel water separator / filter. Okay? Is that nice? So this standalone unit will filter water down to here. It's got a drain port if I need to drain it occasionally, because they figure if I'm packing around 50 gallons worth of fuel with that monstrosity auxiliary tank, we need to have a big fuel filter and a nice big clean bowl we can see when water's starting to get up close up into the filter. We'll just, and right on. Paying it for blue because you know what I say about that 5 additional horsepower. That is a 5 horsepower bonus. Right. Got her filled up. Notice what color it is? Blue. What's Ford primary color in the logo? Blue. And since this is gasoline, this is probably 10 horsepower additional we're going to be getting from this. Nice. I don't know. Go. It doesn't need to be very tight. There we go. Perfect. Got my electrical pump feeding premium gas right to the carburetor. It is mixed gas, so hopefully it'll give us some upper cylinder lubricant while this thing gets started. And let's see if this thing pops off. No. Let's see if that does something.
Hold, please. Found out what the problem is.
Let's take a look. Notice here yonder it says Atoll Brock, right? This says Carter. Incompatible names. Replacing. I noticed this logo matches the logo on the intake. There you go. You guys might think it's a joke, but sometimes you do need to match names up. I think this is one of those cases. There we go. And number 4 coming out the door. Hey, hello. That's my phoneage. Keep that, I know that's gonna ring today. Sweet, I need you to help me out with this and that. Yeah. Today's my day. Oh, she been sitting a little while. Perfect. Will it run? Yes, it will. Apparently, we got nice knockings and other fun stuff. That should be open. It feels hot. Ooh, no, not at 220. Thermostat's probably stuck closed.
There she goes.
Now she's gone. So here's justification. My gauges work inside the dash, at least the temperature gauge now works. Oil pressure gauge did work. Now it's at 0, which explains why it's starting to knock again. Which means I legitimately have 0 oil pressure. So I pulled off the oil filter. There's no sludge in there. It looks like good oil. So it probably means my pickup tube is plugged, because you guys saw that sludge on that oil change out when I got the old stuff out. And I can't drop the oil pan because of the funky cross members that Ford put on these bull noses. So, will it start? Yes. Will it run? Probably for about another 5 minutes till it seizes up and explodes. So basically, I can't start this thing up unless I want to flip this truck around and pull the motor out of it, or just drive it enough to put it into my shop. So, I think we're going to have to pull the motor on it. Well, I'm not going to do that this episode, but... So she starts and runs though, and goes a little bit in the driveway until the motor freezes up. So she hasn't frozen up yet, so I might have 5 more minutes of runtime with it. So I had plans for it this next summer's early winter now. I had plans for it, but we still got I still got plans for it. We'll get her going again, but the farmer who I bought it from, he said he ran it up and down the road all over our beautiful creation that we have here. And looking at the rocker arms, they are worn out. This motor's already a worn out girl. Don't know if I mentioned, but I did have to replace a couple of the freeze plugs because they were rusted out. I felt on the inside of the cylinder liners, there was rust buildup in there everywhere. So I think this girl's really going to need to get replaced on before I can really actually put her into service. And then of course, while I'm at it, I know I'm going to pull the transmission, rebuild that C6. So we got a lot of work to do on her. But she does start and probably will run for another 5 minutes. So that'll probably conclude this episode. Am I disappointed? Yeah. But that's what this channel's for. Replace, rebuild, and get it back on the road. But for now, thank you for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. The door handle here is missing. That means you gotta reach inside the cab without getting stabbed on your rose bush. There we go. Open that up. So I want to show you guys something when you're pulling stuff, old iron out from. I want to show you guys what. I'm weird? What? I'm weird? What? You guys don't know the half of it. If this channel ever takes off. We can get home places. We'll sit around in circles. Moving on. But how fast around the circle are we gonna move? You guys will help me with that out. One distributor. You fell off again. Get back off there and come off. Was I sitting on a twig the whole time? That explains it. And now, we pop out piston. Pop out piston. There we go. Great. Now I had trouble keep getting it on out. Thank you. Gosh, am I the only YouTuber that has this many problems? You got, oh. Down to the last 2 bolts and that happens.
Right. Now it's every time.
You guys think Mike said... I said, for the last time, get yourself off there. Stop playing around.